A law banning abortions in Iowa after 6 weeks or when fetal cardiac activity is found on an ultrasound has been in effect since July. The law was signed nearly a year before but faced some legal challenges. Now a new Des Moines Register Iowa Mediacom poll is painting a picture about how Iowans feel about that new law. It suggests nearly 3 in 5 Iowans are against the law, but that's still not a large majority. KCCI's Pepper Papura shows us what this could mean for the presidential election.
Whether it's the state, congressional, or presidential race,
it's going to be a tight election.
Poll data released by the Des Moines Register Mediacom on Sunday shows a majority of Iowans say they oppose a new law restricting most abortions once a doctor can detect fetal cardiac activity on an ultrasound. 64% of Iowans polled say they believe abortion should be legal in most or all cases. That's 3 percentage points more than March of 2023, before the new law was passed. KCCI's political analyst Dennis Goldford says now that the law is in effect, Democrats will use it to motivate voters, but Republicans need a new agenda to get people to the polls.
They're like the dog that caught the car. Okay, now what do we do that we've got it? And Democrats are certainly using the abortion issue to motivate their supporters to turn out. And they're hoping that will help them in this year's presidential and certainly the state legislative races and congressional races.
A poll released last Saturday shows when it comes to abortion, Iowans prefer Kamala Harris's policy. Donald Trump was preferred on all other issues polled.
The extent to which abortion might have a significant role to play in the presidential race, I wouldn't bet the farm on it, but we could be surprised.
In the state legislature, all House seats are up for re-election, along with 25 Senate seats. Democrats would need to gain 15 additional wins in the House and 10 in the Senate to gain a majority.
It's an uphill climb for Democrats and people who support abortion rights, but it would be a huge political story if, in fact, enough Iowa legislators who supported the ban were voted out of office and replaced by people who opposed the ban.
But in Congress, the split is much narrower, tightening all 4 races to represent Iowa in the U.S. House.
If people are tired of campaign ads now, buckle up, because the last 6 weeks, certainly the last 3 or 4 weeks, will be huge.
That was Pepper Papura reporting for us. Iowa Democratic Party Chair Rita Hart responded to the news in a statement encouraging Iowans to restore abortion access by voting for Democrats. The Republican Party of Iowa's Chair Jeff Kaufman said the new poll results seem partisan and biased by not asking Iowans, quote, what they think about abortion on demand up to the point of birth. Well, abortion remains legal in most states. There are a few that have no gestational limit. Now, the ones highlighted in red on this map have total or near total bans. Those in gold, like Iowa, have bans on the procedure after 6 to 18 weeks gestation.